can't afford the vet, can't afford the pet is bullshit. I know, I said it. It's bullshit. And I know that's surprising coming from a veterinarian, but hear me out. I am obviously a very responsible pet parent. I'm a veterinarian. I'm like top tier pet parent. But honestly, I would struggle to afford some of the estimates that I am seeing coming out of emergency and referral centers these days.
For generations, having a family dog or cat wasn't viewed as a luxury reserved for the wealthy. It was just a normal part of working-class American life. But right now, millions of people are waking up to a crushing reality. The cost of keeping a pet alive has skyrocketed entirely out of reach. We're seeing families forced into impossible ultimatums at the clinic: hand over thousands of dollars up front, surrender your animal, or let your pet pass away. This isn't just standard inflation. Veterinary care has been quietly hijacked by corporate consolidations and predatory insurance models that deny claims when you need them most.
I sold my car to pay off $14,000 of vet bills for my dog because a pet insurance company screwed me over. I really haven't spoken about it a lot since then, and I haven't trashed them or anything online other than sharing my story, but they just reached out to me in my DMs. I find this really problematic because I was a policyholder for 3 years. For 3 years, I was paying every month to make sure that my dog was insured. And for 3 years, their customer service did not give a f about me. They were terrible. They denied like more than 80% of my claims. And then in spring of this year, my dog got really sick, really suddenly, racked up $14,000 of bills, and they're like, no. But now that I have a following, they seem to care. Pause if you want to read it. So if you're a brand where customer service is really important, let me give you a tip. Care more about your customers who don't have a following. Because I might not have been anybody back then, and I'm basically nobody still, but now that I have about 130,000 friendos, you care.
Last week we took my dog to the vet, and I wanted to show you a real perspective of how much it costs to take your dog to the vet when it's unexpected and not planned. So the breakdown of why it was $356 is because it was $65 for the exam, it was $180 for the canine wellness package, whatever that is. It was $15 for shipping the blood to the lab, and then it was $12 and $21 for the HeartGuard and Vectra for 2 of our dogs. And then it was $27 for the seizure medication. So that totaled up to about $320, and then I guess taxes made it go higher. So $354 is what we owed to take my dog to the vet. Yes. Fun stuff.
I need you to stitch this or comment down below the craziest item you ever paid on a vet bill. And I'm gonna tell you mine. So about 2 years ago, my dog had surgery, and they told me after surgery they would call me and let me know he made it out alive and that everything went good and blah, blah, blah. So I get this phone call. It was 34 seconds. I can remember it to this day. This telling me he made it out, everything went good, like I could pick him up tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. Tell me when I got my bill. They charged me $340 for that 34-second phone call. I'm not kidding. $340. I looked at the surgeon and said, sir, I could have bought you a phone to call me for a lot cheaper. And you're charging me that to call me to tell me my dog made it out alive after I'm already paying you $7,000 for the surgery. It just doesn't make sense. But yeah, I need to know yours because I'm interested now.
I just took my dog to the vet for some issues that she was having and an allergy shot. I paid $626. $626. I don't even know how to process this for just kind of like this regular vet visit. Basically for them to tell me that she's probably going to need more blood work because she got blood work done today, but she's going to need more blood work to see if she has something else wrong with her. Like, oh God, I thank God I do have pet insurance, but it does not cover everything. And it is so, I love my dog with all my heart. I love her. She is my family. I will do whatever it is, but it hurts paying this kind of money. It's insane.
$840 is what I just freaking spent at the vet. Right when we're trying to really crack down on our finances, I'm literally taking surveys again. I'm scanning my receipts again. I'm making my coffee at home. I'm packing my lunch for work. I'm spending $150 a week or less on groceries. I'm freaking unplugging all of my appliances that don't need to be turned on when I leave. I'm turning my heat down to 65 degrees when I'm not there. We get an $840 vet bill. Listen, my dogs needed all the things. There are 2 babies too. They needed vaccines. They needed blood drawn because they've had Lyme's in the past. And if you've ever been on here and seen our little crazy ass puppy, the Pomeranian, he has a cough. And our other dog that was also a Pomeranian died because we didn't realize that the cough was because of like congestive heart failure. She had fluid in her lungs, and we just couldn't go a day further knowing that this cough could be the congestive heart failure, and it's treatable with medication. So I just had to take him to the vet specifically, but they both needed everything when we went there. When they told me it was $840, I crapped my pants. I even sent my husband a text. We'll be lucky if this is under $600. I call him on the phone and I said, what do you think it is? He goes, God, I hope it's not more than $200. I'm like, what? Where have you been? We don't have pet insurance. Like, no, it's $840. I mean, I thought $600 was going to be a lot. $840. I'm like, how am I going to make this money back? I've been posting TikTok shop videos on my other account like crazy today. Maybe I'll get some creator rewards for this. Like, $840. We have it in our savings if we have to pay it off on the one little credit card I put it on. But holy freaking moly. If you have pets, be prepared for big bills because everything's going up. But thankfully, that little shit does not have congestive heart failure, which really gives us peace of mind. $225 for peace of mind because that's how much the x-rays were.
And just before anyone tries to say that I'm lying about how much I just spent at the vet, I'm going to show you guys my receipt. Please watch, interact, and comment with this video because I just got scammed at my vet out of $632. Really, I got scammed out of about $366. I told my vet I was interested in a medication for my dog. They came and gave the medication to my dog. I just feel like they should have let me know that I was going to be spending $400 today. The world is fucking broke, okay? Nobody's got money nowadays. So for them to assume that I was going to be able to pay $400 for my dog is fucked up. They should have let me know. But let's get this receipt. If they would have let me know, hey, this is going to be... Is that a frog? Yeah, that really is a fucking frog. Well, that's cute. That made me happy. But if they would have just let me know how much it was, I would have either pushed it off or I would have just like had a credit card where I just would have just done something different. Realistically, rent is due like what, next week? So if they would have let me know how much it was, I would have probably pushed off another vet visit for another week and a half. Anyway, this is everything that she just got done. These are the side point medications. They had to give her a lot because she's fat. So they ended up having to give her 2.5 of those shots. So yes, that is how much I ended up spending on the side point right there. That is my total. So I am not lying about how much I just had to spend. So please watch all my TikToks. Go to my OF and subscribe if you guys like spicy shit. Go subscribe to my Twitch if you guys want me to go live. Or go book a cameo. Just go do something, please.
This is your reminder to double check what you're being billed for. We were just charged $47 for an ointment and $31 for a spray, and both are listed on Chewy for around $13 each. Unfortunately, Aria's allergies are pretty severe and we couldn't wait, but if I could, I would've.
This woman took her sick dog to the vet. Dog was positive for parvo. They said it would be $4,000 to $8,000 to admit and treat her, which was the best chance of survival, $2,000 if she treated at home. This woman did not have this money. A single mom recently lost her mother, double mortgage payments, double everything until a house sells. She's had this dog now for 6 months. In order to give this pet care, the vet made her relinquish custody of her to somebody in the vet's office that would be willing to take her and cover the cost of care, and she cannot inquire about the status of her pet, former pet. This is the full story. You can pause and read. Obviously, if she didn't relinquish the rights, basically they would have just, I guess, put the pet down. But we truly live in a very cruel world that the vet office will only give this pet care if the owner relinquishes its rights and any updates on the pet. That's truly the craziest shit I have ever heard of in my life. Not even like a payment plan. When you can pay this, you can get your pet back. How sad.
This is it. Sprinkles is coming home. Oh, she's in there. Grand total, including from my vet, $7,400. She's not out of the woods yet. I am so nervous about this feeding tube. about getting it right, about her getting better still. She's got to get to where she's eating on her own, and I work a lot, so I'm so nervous. I don't know if she wants to come out or not. You want to stay in theirs? Oh, you got bandages. You can stay in there if you want to, girly girl. I'm a lot of emotions right now. Happy, nervous, anxious. I'm gonna head home, I guess, and she's got a liver supplement, a nausea med, and then a few other things. So, yeah, we shall see. Are you ready, Spinkies? You wanna come say hi? Come say hi. Look who's home, everybody. Oh my gosh, it's Spinkies. Hey, let's say hi, everybody. Did you miss her, Tinkies? Here, let's get you over here to your favorite blankie. Let's get you over here. Oh, do you want to go and hide? Oh, you poor baby. Okay, got her little leg bandage off. I'm nervous. A lot. Oh my god. She stumbled around everywhere, had to check everything out, but I'm sure. I see you, Sprout. You're not the star of this show, not today. You know, they want me to try and get her to eat the healthy food. I just don't know how that's gonna work. The entire time I've had her, she just really hasn't ate wet food. She eats the Shiba slurry, or was eating it. So, like, if she doesn't eat this, is that because she's sick, or is that because she doesn't like it? If I'm reading all that correct, I think they've already tube fed her. I don't have to do that right yet. I haven't had too many time to look at all the comments, and there has been so many, and I've just got to sit down and look at them all, because I'm sure you all have amazing tips on this video too. I know there's a bunch of you that have had tube-fed kikis. That sure is a pretty little collar. Yeah. And you're so dirty. Maybe Miss Tinkies will come start cleaning on you. Oh, this poor thing.
If your cat ever has a life-threatening emergency, I want to prepare you for the experience you're about to have. My cat had urinary block, which means that he could not pass any urine. And by the way, always check your cat's litter box for pee clumps. Make sure your cat always can pee. So my cat was blocked. It is a life-threatening situation. I knew that. But even then, when the vet brought me to the exam room, I mean, they already examined the cat, they knew what was going on. The vet point blank told me, your cat is dying, and unless you pay right now $3,500, your cat is going to die. And any services that we are about to do, the payment for them is due right now, right this instant. Here's the terminal. So I was sitting there. I mean, I actually knew that I had enough money, I had enough credit to pay the full amount, and I did. I put my card against the terminal. The terminal showed the green check mark, which meant that my cat was going to leave, likely. But after that, I could not stop thinking, what could have happened if let's say I had a cat a couple of years prior, when I had a less fortunate economic situation in my hands, when I did not have savings, I did not have a good credit. What would happen if I showed up to this veterinary office with not deep enough pockets? And I just, honestly, it kept me awake for 3 nights while my cat was being treated. So just, first of all, if you have a pet, cat, dog, whatever, buy yourself a medical insurance, pet insurance, and buy yourself a good pet insurance. Make sure you read all the terms and conditions. They're not numerous. These insurances are pretty simple. Make sure you know what they cover. And two, I guess, make sure you have some slash fund or some friend you can borrow money from, because literally my cat was blocked, so he could die within 2 days if I hadn't produced the money. So money had to come from somewhere. Thank God I had a credit card. You know, you need to have a credit card at the moment. They're not gonna give you a chance to go into debt, not even that. You need to have money at the moment of service. This was horrible experience, needless to say. And I have insurance too, you know. I have insurance, and when they quoted me $3,500, they actually quoted me $3,500 to $4,500. And even though I have insurance with a deductible of $1,000, it would not mean anything, because again, payment is due right there and then. Here is the terminal in your face. Just be aware of that. You know, be ready if you have a animal that this is the kind of experience you might get. That you either pay up or your cat is going to die. Anyway, I just got him back today. He's doing fine. His tail looks ridiculous. He is constantly stoned, but he's gonna live. He is not allowed to have any life-threatening emergencies for the next 30 years. Anyway, get yourself insurance. I know situation in the United States is screwed up, so I mean, it's a huge amount of money they might ask of you. Just make sure you can produce them from somewhere. Anyway, lesson learned. You know, yet another dark facet of life in the United States. You know, medical insurance for humans is up beyond any measure, and now I know that health care situation with cats is even worse. Take care, y'all.
What you're seeing in these stories isn't just bad luck. It is the human cost of a systemic failure. Over the last decade, private equity firms have been buying up independent veterinary practices all over the country. They rebrand them, impose massive corporate overhead, and suddenly a basic blood test or an unexpected emergency becomes a devastating financial event. And the supposed safety net, pet insurance, operates exactly like our broken human healthcare system. You pay your premiums for years only to face denied claims and fine print when your animal is actually sick. People are draining their savings, maxing out credit cards, and making heartbreaking choices just to care for the animals they love. When a society turns the basic companionship of a pet into a premium subscription service, we have severely lost our way. I want to hear from you. Have you had to navigate an outrageous vet bill recently, or dealt with a pet insurance company that refused to pay out? Share your experiences down in the comments so we can see how widespread this really is. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.